Last year, recreational marijuana has quickly turned into a cash crop in Missouri, raking in millions of dollars as thousands of Missourians flock to dispensaries to get their hands on product. But early closures are shutting out customers and hampering cash flow.
Our Dion Broxton is tracking a new proposal that would allow you to purchase pot later in the day. He explains how it could be a win-win for customers and businesses.
Ask anyone in St. Louis and they will tell you the city needs more money. So the city is considering extending the hours marijuana dispensaries can stay open to collect more tax dollars.
I don't think it would be a bad idea. I think it'd help bring more revenue.
This man, who didn't want to show his face on camera, says he frequents a smoke shop in his South City neighborhood. He says he likes the idea of extending the city's dispensary hours from 8 p.m. to midnight.
Even for me, I don't get off work till 11 o'clock, so I feel like it'd open up another section of people that could go to dispensaries so they wouldn't have to rush in the morning.
Right now, St. Louis City marijuana dispensaries are allowed to stay open until 8 p.m. like this one. If you drive over to St. Louis County or Illinois, most dispensaries there are allowed to stay open to 9 or 10 p.m.
Shutting down at 8 was really silly. They were giving up a lot of revenue. We see customers crossing the line because Greenlight has stores all across Missouri.
Greenlight dispensary owner Tom Bomarito attended a St. Louis Board of Aldermen committee meeting Tuesday to discuss a bill extending hours. But the zoning committee voted to send a bill extending hours to 10 p.m. and not midnight to the full Board of Aldermen.
10 o'clock would be sufficient. If they go to midnight, that might give them a competitive edge that the county doesn't have.
Bill sponsor Rasheen Aldrich says the city's planning commission pushed for 10 p.m. He says he will try to convince the board to agree to amend the bill for midnight as the city prepares to lose money to a recent earnings tax lawsuit decision and the declining city population.
We have the threat of the earnings tax, so we still don't know how much that's going to be to the hit of our revenue. It's an opportunity for us to generate more revenue. Currently, we're projected by the end of the fiscal budget year to bring in just $2.4 million alone off of dispensaries.
If the Board of Aldermen approves, the bill would take effect at the end of the month. Dion Broxton, First Alert 4.
Put a bag in.